Hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. So we've got a group, albeit small, just a few left, small group of piglets that we need to get weaned off of those sows and into our training pen. But we need to move that training pen. It's gotten really muddy where it is. There wasn't much vegetation there. We've had a lot of rain, so we need to move that that training pen. We got their moms, those sows, we need to get them moved as well onto a new paddock. They've been on their space way too long. And we may move that catch pen that we've been using to catch the piglets in and run them up into the box. We may move all of that stuff today too. So a lot of work to do here on the farm. We need to go move some chickens real quick, so hang around with us for that. But give us a thumbs up on the video. Go down there and click that right now. I'll give you just a second. Thank you, I appreciate that. Hang around with us for a little bit. There's a lot of work to do. Okay, so what we're going to do for the remainder of these piglets that need to be weaned off, we had our former training and weaning pen right up here in this wooded area, which did not work out. I mean, it worked. Didn't work good because we had a lot of trees and stuff in there when it was time to catch piglets and bring them out. We had to navigate through all that. We had a lot of rain, got super muddy. Wasn't much vegetation there to begin with. So we've got these remaining ones to go. So what we've decided to do, instead of trying to move piglets between 2 or 3 different paddock areas, we have this paddock that we're in right now, that the last group of our weaned piglets came out into, and you can see them, they're here running around doing their thing. I'm going to build a new training pen, just a small one since we've only got a few piglets to go. We're going to build a new training pen right here. I don't know how well you can see that for the shadows. We're just going to build a small 16 by 16 right here in this paddock where these other piglets are at. We will put the we'll pull those other piglets off their moms, put them in this training pen for, you know, I don't think they'll need to be here but a couple days. Put them in here for a couple days. Then when we're ready, we'll just take the pen down and pull the wire up, because we're going to, you know, do our standard thing. We'll run our wire in here, and whenever we're ready to let those piglets out, we'll just take this thing down, and boom, they're already in a paddock with some of their buddies. And this will give them a chance to kind of get to know each other through the fence. Don't think it will take long for these piglets to get acclimated and get trained on this wire, because they're getting a little bit older, and it's, you know, it's past time to get them off their moms. So let's get this thing built, get it put together, and don't know that we'll get piglets caught today, but we'll work on this and get it up. I've decided full sun is somebody's trying to video. It's their worst enemy. But anyway, have the training pen set up. We got 4 of our 16-foot pig panels, 1 on each side. Got our wire pulled inside right there, and we're reading. What are we reading here? We're not reading. I bet if you turn it on. Pro tip for you: if you want your energizers to work, turn them to the on position. Okay, now let's see what we got here. 7600, 7700, 7400 volts. So, and 0.3 amps. So, good hot fence. Nice hot fence. We'll fry bacon on the hoof with that. So, now we just got to get those piglets caught, get them moved over here, get them in the training pen. Again, we'll leave them for a couple days. Won't leave them long. Don't think it'll take long. And then we'll just take this thing down. We'll just take one of the panels down, take the wire down, and let them come over and join their little pig buddies who are making quick work of this paddock. Over here rooting, doing their thing. Everybody's looking good. Looking real good. Alright, so next phase in getting these piglets caught. We still got our box, our catch pen and our piglet box down there in the corner, but they're not going in it very much. Not as much as we would like. So we're going to move that and set that up in a different spot. But one thing we're going to do before we do that is we're going to move all of these sows into a new paddock. So I have spared y'all the boring detail of hammering posts and pulling wire. So we've started here, we go out to the corner, turn left down the hill, and it comes back around through the woods out here, and it joins this line, which is the backside line of where these pigs are now. It joins that up, so they're going to be able to walk across. So we had to do just a little bit of trimming and getting the line ready, because there's another excuse me, there's another important detail that we've got to manage when we move this group of sows over, in addition to catching those piglets. And that's the fact that it's time to put a boar in with these guys, or in with these girls. So we've got our line pulled all the way around over here, and then we've got it terminated at a corner right here beside the road where that reel is. Now the boars, Jack, Lester, and Earl are just right across the right across that little ridge right there. So what we'll do after we get these piglets caught, there's a lot of things going on here. We're going to bring their paddock over and we're going to tie them in. We'll tie them in along this line right over here. We'll bring the boys over, put them in this area, tie them in on this line right here, and then once we get them close, we'll move Jack over. So it's going to be real easy. All we're going to have to do is just take this line down for just a few minutes and let Jack walk across. Once he gets over here into this area, then he'll be ready to go to work. Got a good size area here, lots of woods this time of year. Pigs need plenty of shade. We're getting into the hot months. I think highs this week is in the mid to upper 80s. So the line goes down the hill, turns left, and they're in this beautiful little grove of hardwoods and briar and different stuff. So this is going to be a real nice spot for them. Pigs have been here before. Nobody has been here for, gosh, about a year now, I guess. Somewhere in that neighborhood, close to a year, at least 9 months. So we've had plenty of rest, plenty of time for the vegetation to come back. So let's go over, take that line down between the new paddock and the paddock where those girls are now and see if they will coax over. They've not moved much lately, so may take a few minutes to get them used to the idea of coming to a new spot. So I'm thinking waiting to watch everybody go across is going to be an exercise in futility. So I'm going to go out and put the spark back on this wire. I've got it connected in a couple of different places, so if we make it hot, it's going to be hot all the way around. And just leave this to them this afternoon, maybe even all night tonight, and feed them over there tomorrow morning and see if they'll walk across then. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for setting up this paddock. We're just going to have to give them a little opportunity to get over there. They don't know to do it yet. Came back down to check on everybody. Had the new paddock open for probably about an hour now, and no takers. Everyone's still over here in the old paddock, but I came out with the intention to move our catch pen and our piglet box. And as I pulled up, there were a couple of piglets in that catch pen. So that sort of leads me to feel like they are still using that thing. And I checked the feed troughs. We put some feed in the feed troughs this morning, and they had cleaned those out. So they are definitely going in and out of that catch pen. So I think after a little bit of deliberation, I believe I'm going to leave that thing right where it is and let those piglets continue to go in and out of there. And it will, I think it'll be okay if we can get these sows moved over into their new paddock. So we're just going to leave them for now. We're going to leave the catch pen where it is. I wish these girls would hurry up and move so we could move the waterer. Little tip for you on that. If you're moving pigs from one paddock to another and you need to move their water, wait until the pigs have moved before you dump their drinking vessel, whether it's a 55-gallon drum or whether it's an IBC tote. Wait till you have the pigs moved across and sequestered in their new space before you dump that. If not, you dump that water out right there, right now, you're going to have a big mud hole, and you're going to have some pigs, especially in the heat, some pigs that are super excited about their newfound treasure in the water, and they're not going to want to move. So don't dump your water until after your pigs have already moved. So piglets, we'll try catching them tomorrow See if we can get them up in the catch pen. I can see one's butt in that catch pen right now. See if we can get them caught up in the catch pen tomorrow. Get them moved out to the new training pen, because those 5 piglets that are on Little Mama, we need to get them caught, get them moved. 3 of those girls are going to a new home, so we got work to do out there. Successful day. Was able to get that training pen into its new location. We got the new paddock set up for those sows, but they're a little slow to move over. So probably what we'll end up doing is having to feed those girls in that new area tomorrow morning. And I still think just leaving that catch pen where it is, because they're continuing to use that. They're used to it. They've been going in there to get feed. I think leaving that catch pen where it is probably the best thing to do right now. There are 8 of those piglets down there that are off of the last sow that farrowed, and then I've still got one guy that's been around for a little while. 2 males, both of them I think we're going to castrate, keep them for feeder pigs, and all those girls are good-looking girls. We may keep them out for breeding pigs. We'll see how they do, how they look when we get them caught. But set up good for tomorrow. Hope we can get them caught tomorrow, get them moved over, and get them on their way to being a little bit more independent. So, but anyway, I think that's going to do it. I'm going to post a link to a couple other videos over here, some other stuff we got going on. If you've not hit that subscribe button, we got a lot of new folks viewing the channel. So if you're a new viewer, hit that subscribe button and follow along with us. We appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks.